everyone, welcome to Ring the Bell. I'm your dad bod demigod. My name's Joey.
And I'm the interdimensional Shiro, Moxie Molly. And hey, I think we have a different background.
Yeah, we do. It's not gonna distract you guys, even though we're trying to distract you from the fact that we're all gonna die.
Coronavirus.
Yes, this is just like shocked over there.
Like, what are they talking about?
Welcome to Ring the Bell. This is the Wednesday night women's wrestling. It's the brand wars. Let's go ahead and talk about what happened. We don't have much to talk about this week. We didn't really get much on NXT this week.
Yeah, so much so that I had to ask Joey, like, did I miss something? I didn't see a match. It was just Rhea Ripley sitting in the middle of a ring talking about herself.
I like the kind of like backstory of everything that they were trying to give. It was a cool episode of NXT. I kind of enjoyed it, actually.
I enjoyed the concept. I'm so sad to say I think I'm being over Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I hate that I'm kind of over Rhea Ripley.
People come and go so quickly here.
I know, it went from being like, this is my brutality every week, and now it's like...
This is brutal.
Yeah. It's sad but true. You know, I still really like Rhea. I think she's a great talent. I just kind of need a revamp. Like, I get that she's the edgy, hardcore chick, but I need a little bit more because now we're in the market where we have a bunch of edgy, hardcore chicks. So
yeah, and the whole thing last night reminded me, oh yeah, when she did start, she wasn't an edgy, hardcore chick. Like, she had the long, flowing blonde hair, and she made that comparison with herself in her promo, or whatever you want to call it, last night. It ruined everything for me. I was like, oh yeah, she was kind of just like cookie cutter, and good for her for trying to make it her own thing, but now she's just as cookie cutter because we've got so many people like her.
I'm not really hyped for this match at WrestleMania from this, but we'll see what happens.
What about WrestleMania?
I don't know. Can we say what a boat? Because it's pirate.
What a bait.
What a boat? I don't know.
I show up
What?
in the promo.
Oh.
You were in the promo? Yeah, this just in. Ring the Bell Zone DS is in the promo of Rhea Ripley.
You got so salty over there. I'm so sorry.
Listen, if y'all run out of salt, DS has the whole supply for you.
I can't breathe. Oh my god. I was in the...
Excuse me.
I'm on camera.
Let's talk about this.
See, look, you made an appearance on NXT and in our show.
Yeah. This is the first time I've ever seen DS in the daylight.
All right, well, that's all that happened on NXT this week. We should go ahead and talk about all that we got from AEW because AEW gave us some content.
What we saw last night is literally the best female match I feel I've seen come out of AEW, and that is what I've been waiting for from AEW. Like, although it didn't have like one of my favorite people in it, when you think of AEW and how it's different from WWE, those women showed that last night. It was spotty, yes, but like there was no pause in the spots. Everything flowed together. There was flippy. There was fast, like, going back and forth off the ropes. There was tons of near falls, like suicide dives. Like, more than one. Commentary sucked it up just a tiny bit, but like that is what I've been waiting for. So thank you, AEW. You win. You win. Your entire match is, once we get to it, my boom blast. Like,
well, okay.
You win the war of the brands, quarantine only.
Solid fatal four-way match. Like, I tell you who impressed me hardcore in this match was Penelope Ford.
Yeah.
We just haven't got to really see her do much, and I didn't feel like she really shined in her next match we're going to talk about from this week. But in this one, I was like, okay, girl, I dug it.
And let me tell you that I feel like we haven't seen much from Penelope Ford because she's been too busy being wrapped up in this silly storyline where she's Kip Sabian's girlfriend. But I think this match did really well of showing that Kip Sabian is Penelope Ford's boyfriend. Put the girl first.
Yeah, I agree with that. They're finally starting to be more of a duo and less of a guy with a manager, which I enjoy. I like seeing that a bit more.
Yeah.
Also, I like seeing him interfere in the women's matches because we got some cool spots, especially from Riho, where she did the dive and like knocked him off the apron, and it's a lot of cool spots. I really enjoy it.
And you know what I appreciate about Kip Sabian, even though I was annoyed by commentary saying his name over
His
and over.
butt.
I mean, yeah, but he's also one of those people. There's a lot of dudes out there that wouldn't want to be like have to put a woman over or anything, and he does the damn thing. He makes all the women look good no matter what he does with them. Like even when he like double tripped them, he like very big and animated did it so you could like see what was going on. Like he's really good.
Just want to point out one little side note that doesn't involve with anything. Speaking on what you're talking about, if you're a dude in the professional wrestling business and you don't want to take anything from a woman because it might make you look weak or whatever you want to freaking call it,
leave the business.
Get out. A large majority of wrestlers are also nerds. This is just a thing. So if you're gonna sit there and play Mortal Kombat each week and beat people up with Sonya Blade and then tell me that somebody can't get in a wrestling ring and believably take somebody in an intergender contest, off, you're a moron.
And you don't understand wrestling because it's all predetermined.
Hell of a match this week. We also, AEW's been teasing a little bit of a rivalry, a storyline even between... I know, right? Between Britt Baker and Big Swole.
Yes.
We got some promos. It was all over Twitter. I'm like, and it was a solid promo too. It told us a story of why these two don't like each other and why they're going to fight.
Yeah. Whoa. It took a quarantine for AEW to snap into it.
Well, they finally got some writers alone in a room together.
Oh, there we go, yeah.
But I'm looking forward to the rivalry. A lot of people last week were like, why didn't you talk about B. Priestley attacking Nyla after the match? For this reason, is they didn't talk about it this week. So we never know if things are going to carry on. But sorry we didn't talk about it last week. But look, it went nowhere. So,
right.
But let's go ahead and jump over to AEW Dark because we also got a women's contest with Riho going one-on-one against Penelope Ford. A nice little match. It was a very standard match.
I think although we've seen Penelope Ford in tag matches on AEW Dark before, I believe this might have been her first singles on AEW Dark.
It's the first singles match I can remember with Penelope Ford, period. Yeah, Penelope totally got the win, which was completely unexpected, which should catapult her into possibly the title picture because she beat the former champion.
That's what I'm confused about, is because AEW Dark, that one was filmed before last night, and commentary kept saying she's the only one that isn't in the power rankings.
I don't think they've done the rankings for this week yet. Like, maybe it has to happen.
Gotcha. So now she must be in the... power rankings.
Because Riho's number 2, so if you pin number 2, you have to at least go to like number 5 or something, right? Like, that's how it works. The statistics confuse me, but I'm trying to make sense of them.
Yeah, and they try to explain it, but I don't think they really understand it.
Well, it's hard to make statistics work in a predetermined sport.
Right, I was literally about to say that. Wrestling is predetermined.
But overall, the match, I enjoyed the nice little suplex spot that Riho had with Sabian. I really like his work with like the women. It saw Penelope get the win after her, one little thing in this match that got me. I don't like the fact that she took Riho's double stomp finisher, took it, and then within the next 30 seconds was back up and delivering a driver on Riho. That's a finish. Give it a little bit of selling time.
Especially since although Penelope Ford is bigger than Riho, she's not as big as Nyla, and Nyla kind of sold that a little bit more. So you're right.
If you're going to take a finisher, don't immediately stand up. That's just a wrestling thing.
Or if you stand up fatigued.
Solid match between the two. Happy to see Penelope kind of getting something. She kind of, to me, even outside of Britt Baker, represents kind of the diva of AEW.
Okay.
Yeah, and I dig that.
I feel in a small way Bunny does.
Bunny does. Bunny, you got Brandy, and then you got Penelope, who are kind of like the divas. And of those, you got Penelope, who's kind of like the Trish, who can wrestle. Hey, Moxie.
Hey, Joey.
What's your Boom Blast moment of the week? My Boom Blast moment is going to that nice little spot that in AEW Dark where Kip came in, double underhooked Riho, she reversed it into the suplex. I liked it. It was kind of... I'm loving these little snippets of intergender wrestling that we're getting out of AEW.
Yes.
It's giving me hope because when I started watching wrestling, I was a Lita fan. So that's what drug me into wrestling was these intergender spots. So I'm really happy to see that being worked in.
On that same match, I will say, I forgot to say this earlier, although there was one botch, I have to say shout out to Kris Statlander for just covering it up flawlessly. If you don't know wrestling very much, you probably didn't realize it was a botch. Riho was supposed to jump off, give her a head scissors. Riho missed it. Ooh. Statlander still flips, steps up, and takes another head scissors. Excellent. That being said, like I said earlier, that entire match is my Boom Blast. I literally was getting closer and closer to the edge of my seat. Standing up, I was like, yes! Yes, AEW, this is what we wanted.
Hey, Moxie.
Hey, Joey.
Where can people find you? You can find me at Joey_Mayberry on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok, or at The Joey Mayberry on Facebook. You can
find me on all social media platforms at that's THEE, Moxie Molly, and you can also find me nestled safely inside my home when we're all on a national quarantine.
Coronavirus!
So that is all we have for you today. We will see you next week, maybe.
Yeah, don't say maybe. Bye, everyone. Be well. We love you. We'll see you next week.
Stay healthy out there.
Bye.